Hello and ow. Hello and welcome to another episode of Laptop Retrospective, and today we have the Dell Latitude 10, and this specific variant of it is the ST2 model. And we'll dive into the models in just a second because there's a fair bit to explain and how to identify each. This is a Windows 8 tablet, and it was actually bundled, depending on the kit you got, with this docking station here. And the docking station is pretty well equipped. It's got several USB ports, audio out, HDMI, and Ethernet. So there is an awful lot to like on this if you were using it as a desktop supplement with mobile productivity as the main goal. On the tablet itself, we have a variety of different ports if you were on the go, from a full-size SD card. You've got the dock connector, headphone microphone combo jack, mini USB charging, which is hidden under here, mini HDMI, and one full-size USB 2.0 port, at least on this model. So let's dive into what's the same across all of these models and what's unique to this one. So first things first, they had all the same CPU. It was an Intel Atom Z2760. They came with 2 gigs of RAM, and depending on which model you got, it was either 64 gigs of storage or 120 gigabytes of storage. This one is 120 gigs. They all came with a 10.1 inch 1366 by 768 IPS display, which is Gorilla Glass, which is nice. And there were 2 battery variants available. There was a 2-cell 30 watt hour battery and a 4-cell 60 watt hour battery. The 2-cell 30 watt hour battery sits flush with the device. The 60 watt certainly would not. In terms of the cameras, we do have a 2 megapixel front-facing camera and then an 8 pixel rear-facing camera. And if you had the standard and enhanced editions, they had a flash. There was another edition that came with it that would not include the flash. Same thing with the battery, in fact. On some models it was removable, and on others it was not. So if you are buying one of these, the pictures is absolutely key. Check to see that it has the external battery that is removable. Check to see if it's got micro USB. Check to see if it's got the flash. If it doesn't have any of those, then probably a good time to walk away. This is running Windows 8, so let's go ahead and power it on. This is a fingerprint gloss magnet, as one would expect. So we'll go ahead and boot that up. And for a Windows 8 experience, it's pretty snappy. It is a 120 gig eMMC drive in there, so it is pretty responsive. So it's set up pretty much how you would get it from the factory. With the Enhanced Edition, it did actually come bundled with the dock. So if you see one of these that's separate from the dock, just know that it was indeed intended to come with it. I don't know of any keyboard accessories that were officially supported by Dell. However, we are going to go ahead and grab this keyboard setup just to see how that experience would have worked in, say, an office environment. And our mouse works, and our keyboard works. So that's awesome. You've got a desktop replacement as well as a tablet, so that's pretty neat. And I'm gonna say that if you had a need for like a portable tablet or even like an inexpensive Windows-based point of sales program, that these still actually have a lot of life left in them. They're very, very snappy, mostly due to that SSD. The Atom is going to trickle battery, I would imagine. Rotation there was just a little sluggish, but we're okay now. So if you're looking for a cheap tablet just to do some content consumption, and you can find one of these on the cheap, I would say, you know, it's really good. There isn't anything really wrong with it. You're going to be able to run all sorts of different applications on it, web browser, email, that sort of thing. You throw it on the dock, you've got all sorts of ports on the back. Could even work as a media center if you make sure that you're mindful of the system resources. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this quick little look at this tablet. I think it's actually pretty cool, and you can probably score one for not too much. If you enjoy this sort of content and would like to see more, I'm going to encourage you to do the big 4. Please like the video, share, Subscribe and hit that notification bell so the next time I feature quirky little tablets like this, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.